You're making $85,000 a year, but somehow you're still broke. Meanwhile, your friend who makes $50,000 just booked a trip to Japan and has a fully funded emergency fund. The math isn't mathing, and it's driving you insane. Here's the problem. You're trying to play offense and defense at the exact same time, and you're losing at both. You're trying to clip coupons to save $3 on laundry detergent while simultaneously working 60-hour weeks trying to get a promotion. You're exhausted, you're burnt out, and your bank account isn't moving. In the fitness world, they call this spinning your wheels. You aren't building muscle and you aren't losing fat. You're just tired. Today, we're going to fix this using a strategy bodybuilders have known for decades, but the financial world completely missed. It's called bulking and cutting. And if you get the timing of these two phases right, you stop grinding and start actually building wealth. Let's start with phase one, the bulk. If you're in your 20s or early in your career and you're obsessing over the price of generic cereal, you're making a mathematical error. Financial bulking is when you treat your life like a startup in growth mode. Your only job right now is to aggressively, almost recklessly, increase your market value. Startups don't obsess over the cost of paperclips. They spend money to acquire customers. You need to spend money to acquire income. If you're making $45,000 a year, you don't have a spending problem. You have an income problem. During the book, you might save very little, maybe 5%. Why? Because you are reinvesting everything else back into the asset called you. You buy the $500 course that teaches you a new skill. You pay for the expensive networking dinner. You move to the city with higher rent because that's where the high-paying jobs are. This looks irresponsible to people who don't understand the game, but here's the math. If you spend $5,000 on yourself to get a $20,000 raise, you didn't lose money. You just secured a $20,000 annuity for the rest of your career. Stop trying to save your way to wealth on an entry-level salary. You cannot coupon clip your way to $1 million. You have to earn it. But here's where people ruin it. They stay in the bulk phase forever. They get the raise, but they also get the bigger apartment. They get the promotion, so they lease the BMW. They keep spending to grow, even after the growth has slowed. This brings us to phase two, the cut. Usually in your 30s or whenever your income growth starts to plateau, you have to flip the switch. The goal is no longer more money. The goal is efficiency. Now is the time to be ruthless. You refinance the mortgage. You audit the subscriptions. You stop trying to impress people with your car. You start meal prepping instead of ordering DoorDash. Why now? Because you finally have an income worth protecting. Finding $1,000 a month in inefficiencies is easy when you make $100,000. It's impossible when you make $30,000. In the cutting phase, you aren't depriving yourself. You're harvesting the profit margin from the hard work you did in your 20s. This is when your savings rate explodes from 5% to 40%. Not because you got another raise, but because you stopped lighting your money on fire. Now, the tragedy is that most people do this backwards. They spend their 20s being cheap, skipping the networking drinks to save $20 and miss out on the career opportunities. Then they spend their 30s and 40s blowing their peak earnings on lifestyle inflation and toys they don't need. You have to pick a lane. Ask yourself one question today. If I spent the next 12 months obsessed with my career, could I realistically add $15,000 to my income? If the answer is yes, you are bulking. Stop worrying about the latte. Go get the money. If the answer is no, if you've topped out or you're happy where you are, then you are cutting. It's time to optimize, slash the waste, and stack the cash. Focus beats balance every single time. Figure out which season you're in, commit to it fully, and watch your wealth grow. Thanks for watching. If you want to know exactly how to invest that money once you start cutting, watch this video next.